Hi, my name is Hannah, and you're watching an installment of Disperse training videos that concerns the contents and usage of Disperse's various weekly reports. In our previous videos, we dove deep into the features of Disperse's Impulse platform, what it consists of, and what you can do to extract maximum value in as few steps as possible. We talked extensively about our issue detecting system, the associated spotlights, and how to use them to drive productivity on site. In this and a few following videos, we will perform a detailed overview of the Pulse dashboards, executive summary, progress report, and schedule update. Let's begin. You can find all weekly reports delivered for your project by clicking on the View Reports button at the top right-hand corner of Impulse and selecting the week you're curious about. Bear in mind that, depending on what types of deliverables were agreed upon at the signing of our agreement, you might see reports that differ from what is shown in this video. The first batch of deliverables consists of 3 custom Pulse dashboards in PDF format that you can review in-house as well as download whenever necessary. Let's dive into the first 2 dashboards, Pulse by Trade and Pulse by Phase. Whether you separated phases on your project based on specific areas of the building or based on groups of characteristic activities, the Pulse by Phase report will show you the most important data separated exactly like that. In this example report, the project's phases consist of separate areas of the residential building's lobby, apartments, corridors, and hoist areas. The first page of the report gives you overall information for your entire project. You can see 2 distinctive graphs, one showing planned and actual progress over time, and the other one showing the slip or delay per week. The time frame is the same for both graphs and is shown in relative increments depending on the current duration of the project. Below the graphs, you can see a per week breakdown for the last month of actual and planned progress, as well as the delay. To the right, you will see bar graphs of actual versus planned progress separated by floor or area, depending on the structure of your project. In the following pages, you will be greeted with the same visual configuration of data, but this time filtered by phase. Each phase will be shown separate actual versus planned data, delays, and per floor progress. In addition to the overall data per phase, the next page will reveal actual versus planned progress for each task connected to that particular phase. The size and detailedness of this report are directly related to the granularity of phases set up by your project team. The Pulse by Trade dashboard is visually very similar to the Pulse by Phase one, but the data contained inside of it will be sorted by trade instead. The first page of the report will be identical to the one in the previous report, offering you easy access to a general overview of the progress on site. As I mentioned, the following pages are configured the same as in the previous dashboard. The data will now be filtered by subcontractor, giving you a unique, ready for actioning overview of each trade's progress and potential delays on site. The next page will show you all tasks under that trade's responsibility and the status of each task. The report will have as many sections as there are subcontractors employed on your site. In rare cases where the user might not be allowed to disclose trade companies' names to us, we will employ alternative names indicating the scope of work that they are in charge of performing on site for easy navigation through Impulse and these reports. The last Pulse dashboard we offer is a very broad overview of PACE on site on an executive level, which is why we call it the executive summary. It is a very low volume report that keeps all the most important information from the site at your fingertips without unnecessary details. The first page of the executive summary is something that this report has in common with both previously shown reports. It presents the same information in the same familiar format, but keeps it handy to minimize browsing through different reports. The next 2 pages are the essence of the executive summary. The first one shows bar graphs of actual versus planned progress on all mutually defined and agreed upon milestones on your project. This data can help the user determine how far along each milestone is and indicate if there are significant delays slowing down milestone completion. The second page highlights key or most critical trades from the site in the previous week. by giving a quick overview of actual versus planned progress and the potential slip visualized in familiar graphs derived from the Pulse by Trade reports. This page can help managers understand which trades might need additional direction or reorganization. As you can see, all three of the reports have a similar format, minimizing the risk of misreading the data presented within them. They will be delivered on a weekly basis, around 48 hours after each weekly scan, and you can count on them to always show the most up-to-date information, regardless of when you might need it. With that, we conclude the first dispersed reporting instructional video. In the duration of this video, we went over the three weekly dispersed Pulse dashboards, how to read them, and what value they might bring to your day-to-day. In one of the next videos, we will explain in great detail what the progress report is, how to use it, and how to extract the needed information with little to no effort. Bear in mind that the progress report is a dispersed add-on, and if you currently don't have it, you can at any time contact your dispersed account executive and discuss adding it to your deliverables. Should you have any questions after watching this video, do not hesitate to reach out to the solution consultant on your project and ask for further clarification. Thank you for watching.